Welcome back into Sports Nightly. I am joined once again by the Director of Scouting for Prep Baseball Ohio, Jordan Cairo. Jordan, we have some fantastic regional semifinals coming up on deck on Thursday.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how it turns out. We've been talking about these teams all year, and I knew the region was going to be loaded coming into it, but these teams have even exceeded our expectations. It's going to be a lot of fun baseball coming up.
Speaking of fun baseball, let's go ahead and start in Division I. It is an all-NLL matchup between Anthony Wayne and Northview. I think if you would have said at the beginning of the season these were the two teams that were going to be playing for a chance to punch their ticket to the regional final, it would have been a bit of a surprise. Anthony Wayne, of course, perennial powerhouse, didn't get off to a great start. And then Northview, they're making their first appearance in the regional semifinal. The Wildcats, the new team to the party. This one, though, should be a great game. Round 3 as these teams played twice in the regular season.
Yeah, this is going to be a great one. I think we've talked about Anthony Wayne a lot, and at the beginning of the year, I think some people in the area were almost ready to push the panic button. But like you said, this is a program that has championship DNA, and I think when you analyze the roster, first of all, they have a first-year head coach, Ryan Donnelly, who's a phenomenal baseball mind. Anytime it's your first year at your helm, there's an adjustment period. And then they're just full of talent. But they're guys that were younger, maybe played a little varsity, that weren't in the leadership or key roles, that are now stepping into new roles. So it took them a little bit to get started. But when you look at that team, I mean, Bryce Anderson's really emerged at the top of that lineup. Braden Weiss has been dominating on the mound. You got guys like Marco Morrison, Mitch Harder, Cody Kellett. I could keep going on, but there was just the talent was always there. And I think they just hit their stride at the right time. And then you look at Northview, and it's one of the more balanced teams we have in the region. And they're led by Blake Bradford. They're do-it-all senior. This guy's been awesome with the bat and on the mound. He just threw an absolute gem against Perrysburg, who we've talked at length about how good that lineup is. And he shut them down in a big 3-2 win. And then Riley Ames has been big for them. Brody Akers is a really good player. But what I really like about Northview is the mesh between offense, defense, pitching. They really don't have a weak spot. They might not jump out any one phase of the game, but they really don't have a glaring weakness either. So this is going to be a fun one to watch.
Northview, of course, took both of the games in the regular season. Jordan, for Anthony Wayne to overcome that, get over that hump, so to say, what is going to be the key for both of these squads in this game?
I think for Anthony Wayne, the keys, they're going to need a good start. I know that's kind of obvious. Everybody needs a good start in the playoffs, but for them, it's just play their game, let their talent show, and not beat themselves, which I think they ran into a little bit at the beginning of the season, because I promise you Northview's not going to do that. So if Anthony Wayne wants to come away with the win, they're going to have to, they're big-time talented players. They're going to have to play like big-time talented players and kind of minimize those big-time errors that could lead to big runs or eliminate some runs for them. So I think Northview is going to be that steady team that's going to play the game the right way, not make many errors. They're going to put the ball in play. And Anthony Wayne's just got to match that and not make any big mistakes.
I think the premier game on Thursday would have to be Eastwood and Ottawa Hills in Division III. The two teams come in with a combined record of 51-6. This one shaping up to be an absolute battle.
Yeah, you want to be the one that calls Ottawa Hills sneaky good, or you want me to do it? Yeah, that's been a kind of a running joke all year, but no longer. I mean, they've proven it. They can play with anybody in the state. They're really hitting their stride. Their sophomore, Sebastian Stevens, is turned out to be an absolute dude, both on the mound and swinging it. They beat a ton of big-time programs, and they're hitting their stride going into the season. And then you look at Eastwood, and I mean, I don't want to throw out any crazy comments, but Eastwood might have the most impressive season in the entire state, regardless of division so far. No one saw this coming in. They've only lost one game. It was 1-0 against maybe the state's top draft pick other than Jacob Miller and Joseph Zerwa, and he beat them 1-0. So other than that, they're unblemished. They're so deep on the mound. They got Lake Booz, who's a quarterback commit to Northwood. If he wasn't going to play football, he would have been a Division I, Division II fringe prospect as a guy on the mound. Jackson Bauer's been huge on the mound for them. They have one of the most athletic shortstops in the state with Case Booz. He's Lake's brothers. Booz is not the most common last name, but they're brothers. They're very talented. So one of the more impressive seasons in the state versus a team that's proven, though, they're going to take down Titans the entire year. I'll be glued to the game changer during that if I'm not at the actual game. So I'm excited.